Good morning, I'm Michael Sabo, Senior Commodities Broker with RJO Futures here in Chicago. And bringing you some commentary here in the energy markets. Let's dive right into it here. Let's first start off here. We're talking about crude oil prices here. Significantly weaker here on the overnight. We're currently down right now about $1.27, trading around 94.5, and we're pushing down around the 94 area. Brent also weaker. Still looking at that July Brent right now. That's getting ready to roll here into August, but the Brent right now is off around a little over $1.75 here roughly. It's around 102.21. So give me a call, shoot me an email. You want to talk about that Brent WTI spread? There's been tons of opportunity in there here over the last several years. But we've really seen that spread kind of narrowing down. I've got some thoughts and ideas there if you'd like to talk about it here. Moving on, nat gas, that's weaker here as well. We've seen some real pullback, over the last several weeks in that nat gas, and we're currently trading around 377.80 here. We're off about 2.5 cents there. And taking a look at the complex, significantly weaker as well. The RBOB's here off over 5 cents. We're trading around 279.5 area. And taking a look at that heat, we're down almost 4 cents at around 284.5 area. So in general, we've got energy prices here quite a bit weaker. Taking a look at some of the reasons why. Look at the equities market. Equities, S&P here right now, we're off significantly here today. So we're really seeing kind of a risk-off type of attitude across several of the commodity markets and certainly across the equities markets. And when you look at the equities chart and you kind of put it on top of the crude oil chart, you can kind of see where we've seen a lot of the same types of price pattern here. When we're getting rallies up in the equities market, we've seen crude prices kind of following. And we do see that from time to time, but if you really look at those stockpiles, and that's something that I've talked about in so many posts here, the market appears to have ample supplies out there, and I still think that's the case here right now. Even though we saw a bigger than expected draw last week, we still have record amounts of crude oil here in the stocks here for this time of year. So take a look at the year over year, the 5-year average. It looks like we got plenty of oil out there, and the demand, as I've said so many times in these posts, still remains to be very questionable, and I still think that that holds true. So market, I think, is certainly embracing the fact that we've got a lot of oil out there. We're seeing weaker equities market here. Overseas, we're seeing a lot of weakness in some of the markets, especially in the Eurozone, and I think that's certainly helped keeping pressure on the markets. Now, we do have the dollar that is a little bit weaker here today, which would generally be supportive to the market, but it's off just a touch here, so I don't think it's having much of an impact on it. Take a look at the technicals. Short-term technical indicators here, we're really moved into the overbought territory here with the recent run-up that we've seen there, and we're starting to see that kind of pull back. Yesterday, we saw an inside day. If you don't understand, how it play inside days, give me a call, shoot me an email. I'll share with you some ideas there and thoughts on how you can play that. But it's generally a sign of some consolidation here. We've seen that break out here today. As I mentioned earlier, we've been down to around 94 area. Speaking of that 94 area, 94.25 is right around that 200-day moving average. So kind of see that market here. If you really look at how that 200-day moving average has been, if you pull up a chart and apply it, that 200-day moving average has been fairly steady around this 94 area. As I mentioned in my prior post there, we're looking to possibly position here the short side of this market, and we still have some thoughts on that. And I still think the market has the potential to move lower. So give me a call, shoot me an email, and I can kind of talk with you in some additional areas that I think this market could be moving into. If you're long in the market or thinking about getting long in the market, give me a call, shoot me an email, and we can discuss with you some risk management strategies there. Keep in mind that futures trading does involve a substantial amount of risk. It may not be suitable for all traders. Good luck and good trading.